Okay, look, we're getting ready to start here. You paying attention? Is everybody on board? Listen, here's what I need to tell you. If you got to put out the cat, if you got to go get yourself a drink, you got to go to the bathroom, let's get it done, all right? Take your time going, but hurry back. Yeah, you heard me. I'm cutting it short and I don't care. So, it's a good show. It's a good show. It's going to be a good show. Welcome to the Bottom Glass Nation show. It is Tuesday, October 17th. It is right about 6 o'clock Los Angeles time. And if I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time, Mr. Hand? Yes, it does.
We're not in Los Angeles.
We are in Los Angeles time. We're in the Los Angeles time zone.
It's
you
the
can
Pacific
say that
time zone. That's
right. It's Los Angeles time. Oh man, your camera's not on at all.
Oh, you didn't turn my camera on?
Not working, not on, not nothing. Wow. I don't know why it's not on.
You go to produce a show, man.
It's not on. I have nothing.
All right. Now I gotta go.
All right. So while that gets handled, let's talk about something else. Before we begin, it's always difficult to work in a somber moment, isn't it? And it's hard to transition out. It's a difficult task, but sometimes you don't always want to. That's why at the end of movies and TV shows, they mention someone. They'll say, well, this is in memory of our friend. They do it on your way out the door. They do it as an exit. They do it as the very last thing. All right, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait till the end of the show and there's 3 people left in the room to say something that needs to be said. So I'm just going to say it right now. And we're going to have just a moment and then we'll move on. You guys, some of you already know the situation. Some of you don't. Loud Trouble LLC, been a sponsor of the podcast for a while now. And his wife, Shona, his wife, Chush, they met in Gen X Talks. They were married in Gen X Talks at one of our events in Las Vegas. And they've been a very active supporters of the program and friends of the program for a long time. Shona and her dad were at the barbecue, the Gen X Talks barbecue this summer. Her dad has been suffering for a long time, and kind of one of those dementia type things where you struggle and it's really hard to connect and see if they're there. You don't know if they're suffering. And he passed away today. Chush's dad passed away. I had some stuff on him and I just didn't quite get it into the program. And that's not necessarily the most important part. The most important part is that when someone passes, we always want to say something with permission. We don't say it without permission. Sometimes there's been situations with kids and family members and things, and we haven't had permission to say something. So I am going to take one moment right now to raise a glass to Chush, to Shona, because it's incredibly difficult when a girl loses her daddy. I can't imagine what my daughters are going to go through, and it's not easy. And he's gone. And he will always be remembered. And Chush, Loud One, Ian is staying home with her right now, taking a few days off. And so this is to you guys. Thank you for all your friendship and all your love and affection that you guys have shown the program. And I just want to raise a glass to you guys right now to tell you that even I'll be jabbering my mouth away, I'll be thinking about you guys in the broadcast today. So here's to Chush's dad.
It was not her dad.
Who was it? Oh.
Grandfather.
Oh, grandfather. Well, hang on. Let me see if I got that right. I may have fucked that up.
I wasn't going to say it.
You already knew?
Well, yeah, because I saw what Mrs. Ford said in the staff thread. I wasn't going to say it.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked by him and Tears. Said, yes, it was citizens. Oh, my God, damn, sorry. Let's see if I got that right. Shona's grandfather passed today. Okay, so I got that wrong.
It's still like your speech still matters.
No, it does. And that's the guy right there. That's the picture I didn't quite have time to show you guys. And it does matter and it is important. So that's we got that right. All right, well, that's good because her dad is ailing. Her dad is having those problems and he was here and it is a tough situation and I'm thankful. You know what I always thought about with dementia, that Alzheimer's and that thing? I know you guys aren't going to understand this. I know I'm going to say this backwards and I'm going to say it wrong. But everyone always talks about how painful Alzheimer's or dementia is, but I don't think any of us really know, because has there ever been anybody who was in heavy Alzheimer's and then came out of Alzheimer's or dementia of that type of thing and said, here's what it was like while I was in there? Or are we all kind of guessing at that? Because here's why I'm saying it. The thing that bothers me about that, and I've seen some people go through that now in different forms, is I don't want them to be afraid. And let me tell you why that bothers me the most. I can see someone being in pain. I'm asking a question here. I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV. Is dementia, is Alzheimer's, is it painful? is there a physical discomfort that goes along with it? Because sometimes they get to a point where they can't communicate. Like that thing they talked about Bruce Willis right now. He finally got to a stage of his where he can't communicate anymore. All right, is that painful? Are those things, those medical conditions, in that line with dementia and Alzheimer's along? And there's others. Is it painful? Because if it's not painful, then why does everyone say it's horrible? Why does everyone say there's a problem with it? I'm just saying, because when I looked at Shush's dad when he was here, and he's, got some conditions like that, he seemed happy. He seemed pleasant. He didn't seem to be in any discomfort. He seemed okay. So here's the thing that I worry about. And I know this is kind of a dumb off topic, but whenever someone talks about that type of a condition affecting a person, I always worry about one thing. And I always ask the same question. I asked it when my mother-in-law was getting near passing away and she was kind of losing her, functions. I asked the same question every time. Are they afraid? Because the thing that bothers me the most, and I don't know where this got into my head, the thing that I ask about the most is if a person has lost their communication, if they've lost their faculties, what if they're afraid? What if they wake up not knowing where they are? What if they wake up in the middle of the night and they can't figure out what's going on? What if they wake up and think they're 30 years old and they're thinking, where's my husband? Where's my wife? Where's my kids? I wonder if they're afraid. That's if they look happy, right? If they're kind of smiling and looking around, I'm going to assume they're okay. And I'm fine with that. I would like to pass away happy. But I'm worried about someone all of a sudden being so far advanced in that condition, you get scared. And how on earth would we fix that on the outside looking in? Or how are my kids going to fix that with me if that happens to me? How are they're just going to look at me and know I'm terrified? That's the part I don't ever hear anybody talk about that part. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it in my life but me. And I don't know why that concerns me, but it does. Why does that pop into my brain? I don't know, but it does. So that's a thing. I don't know if there's medication for that. I don't know if I'm the only one considering that. I don't know if I'm the only one thinking about that. I don't know. It's if someone who knows, and Ashley on staff here, she's sick tonight. She would probably know better than most because she takes care of people in homes with conditions. And sometimes I'm sure that it has to do it's something along that line. I don't know why that popped into my brain, but it just did. So Shush's grandfather has passed away. It's a terrible thing. And I'm glad that Loud One's able to stay home with her. He kind of calls his shots on some of his own hours, which is good. And I hope that, there's no words you can say with that. There isn't anything any of us are going to be able to say or do. It's just time makes it less frequent. It doesn't ever change the level of pain. It just doesn't happen quite as often. So I'm sorry. I wish there was some magic thing you could say or do, but there's just not. All right. So did you get your camera thing fixed?
Yeah. Am I good?
Well, look at that. Look who's on screen.
Me?
Yeah. You know what? I have something else to discuss with you because you're kind of a moron.
What is it?
So in the staff thread, right before we started here, we posted something. Oh, I posted the thing for the always be a gentleman, the Gentleman Jack thing, which is going to be, everyone saw the cover picture when you got here. It looks like that. That was what you saw when you joined. And whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on Rumble or YouTube, all the same everywhere. And it says always be a gentleman, and it went on. Two Bear on staff here. You can see his name going by in blue wrench. One of the things Two Bear says is that's like his motto. That's something he says all the time. Teaches his family. Always be a gentleman.
Okay.
What was the quote you just said about Two Bear right before he wrote that? You said, we're sitting here trying to set up. One of the reasons it's so hard to get things going here, one of the reasons it's so hard to get all this stuff done is that we're trying to do everything all at once. And so I missed the father thing. My fault. We'll move on. But you started talking about, you had some dumb phrase in your head, and I'm trying to ignore you because I'm trying to get set up for the live stream. And you said, I bet Two Bear says that. I can see Two Bear saying that.
I bet you Two Bear would be the type of guy to say,
Yeah, and
like,
I
said unironically say,
yeah. What was? I want to hear the phrase
what I'm about to say.
that you attributed to Two Bear. You didn't
Yeah.
pick anybody else.
Just Two Bear.
Just Two
I
Bear.
said Two Bear would be the type of guy to say, darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Do you not know who Two Bear is? It's not something he didn't walk around saying, "Well, you're darn tootin'." It's not. And first of all, why would you even pop that phrase up? What the hell are you even? How did that enter your
I don't know.
freaking head?
I don't know. I was just sitting here bored. I'm just.
Darn
okay,
tootin'.
my mind's like a tornado, right? It's just going at a million miles an hour, and I'm in the center of it, and I'm going ding, and I just grab something. So when I'm trying to say like a sentence, I'm just grabbing words out of the tornado. I'm like, oh, this one shouldn't go in the sentence, and I toss it back in. So I was thinking of words, and I saw darn tootin', and I was like, oh, okay.
And you just kind of hung on to that for a minute.
And
You
I thought, Two Bear would say this, and then I threw it back in.
Well, that explains a lot about you. It really does.
Well, yeah,
Did,
that's how
did
it
Two
is.
Bear put the bullshit bell out there for you?
Hey,
Is that
I don't
what
know.
he
I'm
did?
not on YouTube.
Oh, you're not.
I'm
Yeah,
not watching.
you're watching.
watching Facebook.
You're watching Facebook. Yeah. Bullshit bell from Two Bear says never ever said that, kid.
I don't think. I'm not saying you've ever said you'd be the type of guy to say it.
Now you have the sheets open too, right?
I do have the sheets. open.
Anything in the sheets you want to talk about real quick?
Yes.
Well, get after
We
it.
have $5 from Loud One saying her grandfather had Alzheimer's as well as lung cancer. Thank you, everyone, for the thoughts and prayers. It's been a rough afternoon for Shush.
I bet it has.
And then Domin Channel, member for 4 months. He's an extra.
Yep.
And then we have upcoming events. This is a little bit of housekeeping we're getting through here.
Wait a minute. That's in the sheets?
Did you seriously cut to my camera so that you can pour a drink?
No, I would never do that. I'm fine.
No,
Go
what's
ahead.
in your hand?
What's that?
What's in your hand right there?
Nothing.
Oh,
man.
no. Why'd you sit down?
Nothing. It's a cap.
Oh, yeah. Just get. Well, why is the cap off?
Well, because it needs to breathe.
Oh.
I was holding a Reggie bar. Not sponsored yet by or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. October 23rd. You know what's happening then?
Do we have an interview?
No.
What? What happens on October
My
23rd?
birthday. My birthday's October
Oh,
23rd.
that's right. I knew something happened that day.
We're doing a live stream. We don't know how long it's going to go, right?
You ruined a perfectly good Sunday 18 years ago.
My
Ruined
bad.
it.
We still got home for football. You're
No,
welcome.
not home for football. We had football in the hospital, but yeah, you came out and were whistled off into another room, and Mom and I could watch football. Thank you for being on
Yeah,
time.
you're welcome. Well, yes, my birthday live stream. So it's going to start with the World Show.
Oh, that's a Monday. That's
Yeah,
right.
so we're starting with the World Show, and then you're doing an hour after
right.
the World Show of just segueing
Yeah,
in.
I'll segue you. Do it. So we'll do
And
the
then-
World Show for an hour. Then we'll segue in, and I'll give you an hour or so of my time, kind of talking about your birthday, telling some really cool, embarrassing stories about you. And then, how long are you going to go for your birthday deal?
I don't know. It could go 12 hours.
Now, you said 12 hours in the beginning.
12-hour show. We're 9 to 9.
It's kind of funny when you talk about that with the kid. He's like, okay, I'm doing the birthday show. I'm going to go 12 hours. But you know he's going to run out of steam, and I'm going to go, I thought you were going 12 hours. And he's going to say stuff like, well, let's see. You did an hour and a half, then you did another hour, and Mom helped with half an hour. So I only need to do 8. He ain't going to make it 12. He's going to try to gather all of our hours in so he can get to his 12
it's
number.
going to start at 9 with the World Show, and then it's going to hopefully go to 9 p.m.
Wow. I will have to offer you a big cash prize if you do that.
I will.
If you make that, that'll be impressive.
After you, it's all me. I'm going to have friends over.
There you go.
tell
You should.
stories, yeah.
You gotta have someone
It's
come
gonna
help
be
you.
me with some friends over. I was trying to get some of my teachers over.
I'll tell you what. I'll even come back in when your friends are here, and I'll drill all three of you guys about this stuff.
Man.
You're welcome.
That's not cool.
Oh, you'll be begging for it because you'll run out of stuff to say. All of a sudden,
Wait,
his
so what's
live
the
stream,
cash prize?
it'll be really quiet. He'll be like, so I'm kind of out of stuff to say, everybody.
What's the cash
So,
prize?
Dad, you want to come back and help out? What?
I'm thinking I should do my fantasy basketball draft during my birthday stream.
Wow,
because
there you brought it down to 3 people. How many are in your fantasy basketball league right now?
It's just me and Michael Dawson at the
Then you can't call it a league.
Okay, well, I'm still advertising it at the moment. But I'm saying I think I should do the draft during the show.
For you and Mike Dawson.
For
Wow.
other people will join, okay? I'm just saying.
Do you have a link you can put up right now?
Yes, the mods, it's in the sheets. Please.
Do they
put it
know
up.
that? Because that's a pretty new thing.
Yeah, it's right.
I don't play fantasy football. I don't play fantasy basketball. I wouldn't be able to even participate and help. But the kid does. And if you guys play fantasy basketball, if you want to join the kids league, then I'm sure one of the mods can put up a link for you and check it out. But yeah, right now it's a league of 2.
Yeah, whatever. I'm getting there. Every league started somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No league started with just 2 people, though.
Yeah.
Which one?
The NBA started with 4 teams, but it started with one guy, James Naismith.
All right. Well,
You're welcome, America.
And Denmark. All right.
So, and then I have one more thing to announce for Gen X Talks related things.
You do?
Yes, we have pumpkin carving. October 25th,
Oh, yeah.
2023, we are going to do a pumpkin carving. Is it a contest or are we just pumpkin carving?
I think it's going to be a contest on who wins.
So you win because they side with you every single time.
That's because they side with the best every time. They side with
biased.
the winner.
They're
Yeah,
biased.
they go with the winner.
You could literally just like
They
do
go.
nothing to your pumpkin and they're like, it's abstract art.
No.
It's untouched nature that makes it so beautiful.
And I'd win because of that.
You'd win because you're you. They just
I
love
always
you.
win because I'm me. That's the story of my life. Like Charlie Sheen.
You didn't graduate high school.
Winner. That's right. And look where I am. I don't have to graduate high
doesn't
school.
mean-
I don't need no stinking diploma.
That's the opposite of succeeding.
Well, wait a minute. What? So you could, if you get to the top of the ladder and look back and you skip some rungs,
Yeah, you
now it doesn't
missed the
count.
spot. You missed the spot. You're cleaning a room that is your life.
What if the
And
room
going-
gets clean and I didn't use a trash bag? Now I'm in trouble?
Yeah, because all the trash is on the front lawn, out the window.
The room is clean. The light is green. The room is clean. I'm going to drink to myself right now, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? Generation X. You're welcome, America.
And Denmark. Joffrey S. Elliott, 50 stars sent for and he's saying that his 15th anniversary is the 23rd as well.
Far up, man.
The-
Cool stuff.
This guy at my gym, or a guy at the gym, his birthday is mine too. He's pretty cool. We share a birthday.
How do you strike up conversations at the gym and get to birthdays?
Well, no. He works there. He's the guy.
Something you guys talk about in the shower? I understand.
I don't shower at the gym. I
I'm
don't
not
mess
trying
with
to
that.
ask,
I
man.
don't mess with that.
Uh-huh.
You're the one who's a little fruity.
Yeah,
We went over this last time.
I'm just asking
You and
here.
Two Bear
I'm
are more
just
than
asking
this.
questions. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you-
you're doing. I mean, you want
and Two Bear are a
you
little
guys want to
close.
coconuts over your boobs and wear a grass school of hurts? Go ahead.
I'd rock that outfit. Don't worry. I'd make that look good.
All right, so there's a couple more things in the category up here. Loud One, member for 14 months, KGX Studio member. Loud One has his big red one. Do you? Ash, Beautiful Disaster, and myself are down for a drinking game, so who's in? Let's get the general drunk with us. Now, why? Shouldn't have read that one. No. Yeah.
Knowles asking where you got the Reggie bar.
The Reggie bar. Well, all right, that
not the Reggie
segues into some stuff over here. The dum-dum, let's go see the video, let's go podcast. I'm going to skip around a little bit.
didn't
Yeah,
think
the
this would-
Reggie bar.
I didn't think this would be like a big production.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So, yeah, the Reggie bar was discontinued in 1981.
Is that the one from the kitchen?
No, it's from New York, man.
No, I'm talking about like.
It's actually from Canada,
Was that the
but-
one we had in the kitchen that I was
No,
gonna
this is
eat?
mine.
Wait, so can I eat that one?
This one?
So we have one more after that.
We have 2 left, yeah.
Okay, can I please eat one?
No.
Can I give my honest Reggie
Not
bar? review?
right
I've
now.
never had a Reggie bar.
Then
I'd
you
like
can-
to give my Reggie bar.
All right,
review.
I'll tell you what. In a second, I will let you open this on camera live and taste it and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, so the Reggie bar was for Reggie Jackson back when he was with the Yankees, not when he was with the A's. And he was a really good powerhouse home run hitter. He also used to strike out all the time, too. It was like that was either it. Very little on base. You're either walking back to the dugout or you're running around the bases. But anyway, Reggie Jackson had a Reggie bar. I think, I want to say it came out in 78 or 79. It was only out for a few years. And as a Dodger fan, you weren't allowed to have one. I don't even know why they sold them in Southern California, but the liquor stores that I went to as a kid did have them, and I remember trying them. They were all right. Weren't my favorite bar. They were pretty good, but they were gone. In 1981, they didn't make them anymore. Well, there's a couple, a nice lady and nice man. I think they're in Canada, and they brought back 2 other old school candy bars that I didn't even recognize. So maybe it was a Midwestern East Coast thing. But the next one they were bringing back was Reggie. Well, they got a hold of us probably because I don't know if they like us or they watch us. I'm assuming they must have a little bit, but we're old school stuff. And they sent us some candy bars. They sent the kid a shirt. You can see him wearing it right there.
Old school stuff. We are old school stuff.
Well, not you, me.
No, we.
I exude old school stuff.
Yeah, it's called must.
No, that was Musk with a K. That was the cologne. Splat yourself on it. So, all right. So here's the deal. They sent it to us. They're bringing back the Reggie bar. I don't know if they're already out or they're coming out, but we got ours along with the shirt for the kid. Thought I'd post it for you. My wife and I already split one earlier today. Let's go back to the kid. All right. So here's watch this and could put it off screen if you can grab it. And then you've got it. Okay. So we're going to go on cam right now. This is
so freaking hungry.
This is a replica 1980 Reggie bar for Reggie Jackson, the New York Yankees. This is a throwback to when I was a kid. There's very few people on this live stream that can say they've actually had an original Reggie bar. All right.
260 calories, 5 grams protein.
Okay, and there's Gen Z for you. There's Generation Z. Who else would read the fucking when I was a kid, I wouldn't read calories. I wouldn't read ingredients. You fucking rip the thing open and start chewing on it. Generation Z, late millennials. Excuse me, I got to read the wrapper first before I got to know what's going inside my body. I better check this shit.
My mom taught me how to do that.
Whatever, man. Just fuck. You're embarrassing me. All right.
It's a weirdly shaped bar. What the heck?
Your mother said they used to be squares. They were never squares. They were always kind of just a lumpy, oddly shaped bar.
Kind of what it is.
And it's got the nuts. I saw an article on that, just so you know. A thing on that. The guys who brought it back, they of course had to talk to Reggie Jackson about doing it again. So they sent him some samples of it. Mm-hmm. And I had thought, that's got a lot more nuts in it than it used to. It looked a little bit more lumpy with the nuts than I remembered as a kid. Mm-hmm. But I didn't think anything of it. Maybe my memory was wrong. But in the video, she said she sent them to Reggie. And he goes, "There's not enough nuts." So
they just loaded it.
So they loaded it up, and that's what you got. So now you have the new and improved 1980 replica. It's a decent candy bar. Despite your nut allergy, which is going to make you swell up in a minute. It's not bad. It's not a bad candy bar at all. It just wasn't my favorite as a kid, but it was a good candy bar.
I didn't know it had caramel in it.
It does, yeah. Wait a minute. How did you not know? You read the label.
I didn't read the ingredients. I read the nutrition facts.
The nutrition facts.
I don't know what it's called.
So show it up again. What do you think? You split that apart. It did have a lot of caramel that came out of it too. Pull that thing apart right there. There you go.
Wow, there's a lot of caramel.
It's a pretty good candy bar. It's not bad. So now that you've had a couple bites,
you're gonna need to keep me off camera for a little bit so I can finish this.
But do you like the candy bar?
I do like it. It's good. I like it.
All right.
I would have eaten this back in the '80s when I was there.
I remember when it first came out. I was at DeRose Liquor on Roscoe Boulevard in Ventura Canyon. And I remember looking at it and going, when I walked in the first time I ever saw one, I remember going, whoa. So I bought one just because I'd never seen it before. So that had to have been late 78, I think. All right, so let's go over here. We'll go to the pictures, take them off there. That's the Reggie bar. That's the plug. We're not sponsored by them. They were nice enough to share it with us, so we were nice enough to say something. All right, real quick. The latest podcast is up, doing very well. You can look at moderators, can put up a link for you guys. The podcast is up everywhere. The video portion of the podcast is up now too. And I gotta say, I didn't tell you this, kid, but so I wanted to see how the video portion was doing because nobody knows that we put up the video podcast on YouTube. Everybody knows the audio, but we also added the video, which comes out a few days later. We've been dropping them on Sundays. Audio comes out Friday morning, and Sunday the video comes out.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Yesterday was Sunday. And there's, I got to tell you, yesterday was not Sunday. Yesterday was Monday. I did a world show. Yesterday was Monday.
I know.
Day before was Sunday. But I tell you, I looked at the podcast, the audio, the video one, and it's got a ton of comments.
No.
So people are really they're engaging in it. They're writing some stuff, which was cool because I like hearing back on that. Not so much anywhere else. Speaking of podcasts, speaking of interviews, Tomorrow, that's right, this is Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, we will be interviewing Rudy Law. He played in the majors for 7 years. He had a couple, 2 or 3 years with the Dodgers. He played right in that era with Ron Cey, Steve Garvey, David Lopes, Bill Russell, and Steve Yeager. He knows all of them, every one of those guys. Plus, when you're in that era, when you're in the 70s and early 80s, he played with the Chicago White Sox too. And he's got all the stories, the locker room stories. He's got stories about everybody he's ever played with and against, which is great. I can't wait to hear this stuff because just playing in the majors is a huge accomplishment. I don't care if you were there one season. And did you know this? Rudy Law.
Yes.
He was brought onto the Dodgers because he was fast. He was really fast. Only they didn't let him just run whenever he thought. It was very, very clockwork, that organization, the Dodgers in that time. Like, you run when we tell you to run, you swing when we tell you to swing, stuff like that. But when he got to the Chicago White Sox,
What?
they pulled the chains off and said, run as fast as you can whenever you want, man. It's up to you. Do what you want. No restrictions over there. And guess what? To this day, Rudy Law holds the single season stolen base record for the Chicago White Sox.
Oh.
And that record stood for 45 years. So he had some go-go juice, man, at that time. He's a cool cat. We've met him before. We met him at a Dodgers-Lakers event down in Long Beach. So he's coming up tomorrow. I'm not doing it live. Quit asking if it's live. It is not going to be live. But it will be a special edition audio podcast. You're still going to get the one from my wife and I, but this one will be up. And any story that I can get from him, I'm going to edit it. I don't care how long this interview goes. I'm going to squeeze every story I can out of Rudy and get him as drunk as I can, and we're going to have a good time. All right, that's that one. Bum, 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 bum. Real quick, for those of you who did not get the announcement on Facebook, you not get the announcement on Rumble, you not get the announcement on YouTube, because those platforms don't always tell you when we go live. Get Patreon. Join it's $1. Come on. Join Patreon. You get an email saying, hey, we're going live in half an hour. Anytime we're doing something like that, anytime there's something dropping, anytime there's an event, Patreon knows first. Just grab Patreon, then you don't miss anything. Like Mrs. Fort Watton says, it's the best dollar she's ever spent. You're talking about a woman who has been to the bait shop and got a bucket of worms for a nickel. That's a big deal. All right. Yeah.
Let me blow through some sheets here.
Go ahead.
By the way, Reggie Bar, my thoughts?
Okay, stop eating. You just ate, and now you're going to talk?
Yes.
No. Don't put anything else in your mouth. Now finish your sentence.
The Reggie Bar is a little too chewy. That's because of the caramel or caramel. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
But I feel like when I say caramel, there's no second A.
Well, the only time I say caramel is if it's just a caramel.
Or if
if you have, the little cubes of caramel you get?
Yeah.
And you reach and you go to grandma's house, she got a little dish on her with a doily. Always had a dish. At grandma's house, always had a candy dish, always had a doily under it. Always had a doily that she made. And you reach for the candy, she goes, I made that doily back in 1929. And if it was just caramel, little cubes of caramel in there, then I call it caramel every time.
Yeah, I'd say caramel. I think the actual way to say it is one is a liquid form. When it's liquid, you say caramel or something like that.
That can't be right.
Yeah, drizzle caramel.
Okay, my way's right.
Caramel. Well, you don't just get to make up the rules.
I'm not
Somebody
making up the
already
rule.
did
It's the rule. I'm just telling you how it
If
goes.
someone made up the English language, it's stuck.
The English language was made up at one point. The rules were made up at one point. Okay, there's no rule that says there can't be more rules. Is there?
You can't change the rules.
You're
changing.
I'm not changing anything. You're
can't-
assuming there's a rule. I'm just telling you there's one.
Let me make up a rule to change your rule.
No.
Right?
Here's the rule.
You cannot make a rule that inflicts upon a pre-existing rule.
Well, now that you've made that, I want to point back to 2 minutes ago when I already made the rule before you made your no more rules rule. So mine goes first. Now there'll be no more rules.
Okay.
So we're done.
I'm making a rule right now.
So I'm
No
just
rule
letting
can be
everybody
grandfathered.
know that it's called what do we decide now?
What?
Caramel. Wait. Yeah.
Caramel when it's a little thing.
Caramel if it's individual caramels, like in a bowl on a doily at your grandma's house. Caramel if it's inside of a cookie.
So what if you're putting is it caramel drizzle on an ice cream? Or?
Yes. Actually, if you're gonna drizzle it liquidy on something, you can go either way. That's fair game.
Oh, it's either way. It's whatever you think.
Well, it's personal preference. But if I swear to Christ Almighty, if it's in a bowl on a doily at your grandma's house, caramel. That's
You say
it.
crayon or crayon?
What?
You say crayon or crayon?
Do I look like I live in the Louisiana Bayou? No.
So what do you say?
Crayon.
I've said crayon all my life.
Crayon?
Crayon.
You like putting it in one crayon.
It's like I'm saying
2 syllables.
It's like I'm saying CRAN.
It's like you're just saying one syllable. Crayon.
Yeah, crayon.
Yeah.
Crayon.
Okay,
Ask me
you're
crayon.
gonna fit in.
Crayon.
You're gonna fit in the backwoods of Louisiana, the swampland, real nice.
Yeah, when I say darn tootin',
Darn tootin', yeah. You can get, Two Bear's gonna whoop your ass for saying that about him too.
I'm gonna make him say it.
I'm gonna call up his car dealership and everyone's gonna walk around. And when Two Bear gives them his instructions, hey, I want you to get out there, wash those first 5 cars, and get them back up to detail. And they're gonna go, darn tootin', boss. I'm gonna
in the podcast.
I'm gonna, and as soon as Joe finds out, and he's gonna tell everybody, it'll be all over. Everyone's gonna be addressing Two Bear. Darn tootin', sir, you got it, man.
I'm gonna say that to him now. Staff meetings.
Darn tootin'.
What have you been? Man, you do a darn tootin' good job, Two Bear.
Two Bear, you got anything to say? Well, I was just thinking about paperclip. You're darn tootin', you were.
John Carroll, nice to see you guys. What are your thoughts on the afterlife? Whoa. He starts out, hey, nice to meet you guys. Let me give you some existential.
I know.
thread.
He just starts out, hey, very nice to meet everybody. Welcome. Glad to do you. What happens when you die? Let me know what your thoughts are when you die. And let me know right now, what do you do when you die? That's my first question. Welcome to Gen X Talks. That's crazy talk, man. That's tough.
If it is the challenge, like Bill and Ted, like I get to challenge death to something.
Oh, like to see where you go? Yeah, you got to challenge him to a game
That'd be kind
or
of
a contest. Yeah.
What game would you play?
What game would I play?
Yeah.
Stratego. I've never lost.
I will beat you in Stratego. You've
I've-
never beat me though, because we haven't played.
I've never lost at Stratego, and I never will lose at Stratego. I've never lost a game my entire life.
It's because you're scared to play me.
Do I look like a man who's afraid of much?
Yeah.
No, not at all. So I would challenge death to.
You're afraid
What
of
would you
flying.
challenge?
You're afraid of flying.
Well, that's not natural. You can't do that. That's horrible. It's not natural.
Flying in a plane.
It's not natural. If God wanted us to fly, we'd have wings. He made birds. He made dragons. They all have wings.
But he gave us the mind to invent things.
No, he gave us a mind to say, keep your fat ass on the ground. That's what he told me.
Well, I'd probably challenge him to Monopoly. Because one,
If you had to fight for your life with the Grim Reaper, you'd play Monopoly.
or I'd try,
You play that game way too aggressive.
or I'd play him in a coin flip. Give me a 50-50 chance.
Scientists have proven that it's not 50-50.
It's 51%.
No, it's not even. It's like way more. It's way more heads. They had like a machine flip a coin like 10,000 times, and then did it 10,000 more.
That's luck.
And it came out way more one way than the other because the coin is weighted differently. Turns out there's more lead in the ass on the head of Thomas Jefferson than
Yeah,
the.
whatever. I'd ask death for a perfectly symmetrical coin.
What are you gonna do? Then you're flipping a
disc. I don't know.
No, what are they called? A tiddlywink.
A what?
A tiddlywink.
What's tiddlywink?
A tiddlywink is a disc that. Why do I have to explain this to you? Who are your parents? You don't know what a tiddlywink is?
Right there.
All right, just real quick here in the comment section, please help me out here. Tell me I'm not alone. Put a thumbs up if you know what a tiddlywink is. Please don't make me feel like I'm on this boat rowing alone in the darkness. You just got to find something there. Come on. What's a tiddlywink? Brother Brun says, what's a tiddlywink? Either he didn't know or he's making fun of you.
Dude, I don't know what a tiddlywink is.
Nobody does. No, there's somebody. There, Mike Weedu's with me. Two Bears with me. Thank God someone is with me on this. Carl Gerard is with me. Noel is with me. There we go. All right. There is some competency, some intellect, some nostalgia. Thank you guys.
Is it really
for
my
Christ's
fault
sake.
that I don't know it?
I blame your parents.
As you.
What? Don't tell people that right now. I don't want to be equated with that.
Okay, but again, I'd play him in Monopoly.
Yeah.
One, because it's a lot of skill and a lot of luck. It's a good mixture of both.
Why would you, if you're playing for your eternal soul, why would you want any luck involved?
Because Death's really good at a lot of things. You know.
Why don't you challenge him to okay, if I was going to meet the Grim Reaper and he says, all right, you have to challenge me to a competition for your eternal soul, I'd say, all right, you pick the game. I'd look at him and go, stuff only I know for 1,000. That's the game I want to play.
Oh, yeah,
or
Death?
there's a game called The General Wins. That's from my Uncle Danny. You don't know that you have a great Uncle Danny. He used to go around to all us kids and he'd go, hey, do you guys want to play a game? Yes, Uncle Danny, let's play. He always wanted to play the same game.
What?
Danny wins.
Yeah.
No matter what you did, it was Danny wins.
Is it the?
He could play rock, paper, scissors, and if you beat him, he'd go, I win. No, you didn't. If you call a coin toss and you lost it, he'd go, I win. And finally, when you're 7 years old, you're like, why do you always say that you didn't win? He goes, the game's called Danny wins. And he was right. I want to play the game. The general wins.
Well, I feel like he also has to agree on the game, you know? I feel like...
It's his competition. I don't think he has to agree. He could just tell you.
Yeah.
We're playing racquetball with flamethrowers and brimstone, and you have to go,
'Cause think
okay.
about it, you gotta pick something with at least a little bit of luck. He's been around for a while. He's played every game.
He's probably pretty lucky.
He's probably pretty smart.
Yeah, you don't think you're going to Bill and Ted your way out of this one. All right, let's go over to...
why I said it
back
correctly.
to Pit-Dum-Bum-Bum. Relaunch, Reggie Borg. Oh, I just got to ask for some help here. We now have a brand manager who's helping us do some stuff. Had a big 4.5-hour meeting last couple days ago. And LinkedIn, I guess, I thought LinkedIn was just where you posted resumes. I had no idea what LinkedIn really was. We had one, but we'd never used it. I mean, we have had it for a year and a half, but never did anything with it. And our brand manager said, no, it's kind of like Facebook, but for business. You got to put stuff on there. You got to let people know what you do. You got to get followers. I'm like, great. So what do we got? 3, 4, 5 followers? So if you guys have LinkedIn, please, could you come over and follow or friend or I don't know. I don't know much about LinkedIn still, but if you guys were starting to put stuff on there, I guess it's a big deal in the business community. I had no idea. It would really help a lot if anybody's got LinkedIn. Just go find Gen X Talks LinkedIn and hit like or follow or whatever you do. I don't know. But I'm doing that because I guess it's important, and so now we're paying attention to it.
What are you talking about?
What's that?
What are you talking about?
LinkedIn. We have the LinkedIn thing now, and we're supposed
for a sec. So
yeah, nobody missed you. It's okay.
I know. I didn't say people missed.
If you hadn't said you were gone, no one would have known.
Well, yeah, because I was off screen.
Yeah, no one knows.
Well, yeah, it's like you don't care about characters on a TV show when they're off screen unless they have a B plot in the episode.
I'm telling you, you could leave and people could stare at that chair with you not in it with just the same amount of enthusiasm as they have right now. So don't worry about it.
All right.
All right.
Peace out.
Let me go back to pictures here. What did I have? So much stuff. Okay. I don't want to spend a ton of time on Israel. In fact, the only thing I want to say is something very short, and it's for my sister-in-law. I don't know if she's watching tonight. I kind of hope she is, Mrs. Sun Valley Fox, because she likes it when sometimes I condense things for her. So I'm trying to do that very thing. I'm trying to condense this down. So this is for her, but you folks are free to listen in if you want. I had a few phone calls today. Very informative, very interesting. One was a direct line into the Marine Corps. And because I had made a comment that in my lifetime, I have never seen the United States send 2 carrier groups anywhere. I don't even remember 2 carrier groups reading the history books going into Vietnam. Now, World War II, different, of course. But I don't ever remember ever 2. Those are big battle groups. If you know anything about carrier groups, that's pretty heavy. When it shows up, it is a force to be reckoned with, not just a carrier. There's a ton of stuff. All right. So I mentioned to this person, I said, wow, there's 2 carrier groups. And he's like, yeah, there's more than that. Now, not the big Nimitz class carrier groups. I know one's a Ford class, but not the Nimitz class. But there are smaller carriers that have less planes, but they're aircraft carriers. They also come with destroyers and support vessels. There's more of those groups going over there that they're not on anybody's news radar. And I said, why are we doing 2 carrier groups? He was very specific. He said, it's absolutely 100% Hezbollah to the north in Lebanon is the varsity team. They're nothing like Hamas. They're the varsity team. He said the weapons they have, Israel would have a hard time dealing with. He said the Israeli Air Force is top notch in the world. They could wipe out Hezbollah, but the damage that can be inflicted, the problems that they can cause with they're very well trained, they're very well organized, and they have a lot of tech and a lot of weapons. The other carrier group is to deal with them and if Iran gets involved. So I'm very happy that Biden and his administration are putting enough assets over there to deal with whatever comes up. That makes me feel more secure. That's one. So talking to my sister-in-law, nobody else. This is Mrs. Fox's information corner here. That was one conversation I had today, was letting me know, and we all know that Hezbollah, we all know it's Lebanon, we all know. But for him to tell me in detail why the groups are going over there, where they're being positioned and what for, and what they're getting ready for, that was pretty big for me. That was huge. The second conversation I had today, which was very telling, was 100% on what I will let you know is like an army intelligence. All right? That's the best way to put that. And this conversation came with 2 hours of conversating down to one statement. Now, I haven't watched a lot of news today. The stuff I did here was the same old regurgitated, Hamas and tunnels and Gaza and the leaflets and going and do. I got it. And I might have missed some stuff today. But I will tell you this, and speaking to my sister-in-law, so I'm simplifying it. A lot of what can happen in the Middle East, a lot of what can happen, a lot of what is a possibility, a lot of what could get ramped up to bad, or what could bring things back down and lower the temperature, depends on one thing: Saudi Arabia. That's it. When you understand Saudi Arabia's place and who follows them, who is beholden to them, how close they were to signing an agreement with Israel, how close they were to acknowledging, Israel as a state, and why, if you look at the big picture, that the world is slowly changing away from fossil fuels, and it's a ways away, and you realize that's 100% their export, 100% their livelihood, and how they're moving to be. Look at pictures of them. God damn it.
What?
Fucking big tall building over there.
Oh, Burj Khalifa?
Yeah. What city is it in? Dubai.
Yeah.
You look at pictures of Dubai 25 years ago. Okay. And you look at what's now. It's very modern. It's westernized. They're bringing in concerts. They're bringing in venues, MMAs over there. They're bringing in capitalist societies and venues and exciting vacations and stuff. They're building the whole thing because at some point, they're smart enough to know that at some point, things are going to turn and they're not just going to have just oil. They can't. Now, that may not even be in my lifetime. But there's a few people over there that are leaning that direction. So, because it's divided, because Saudi Arabia is divided, do they go with Palestine, the Palestinians? Or do they follow with Israel where they were leading before and become more like, hey, we're sticking with you guys? That's a huge thing. Saudi Arabia is, in what I was told today, Saudi Arabia is the deciding vote. If we can keep them, if we can keep them on the side of the UN, if we can keep them on the side of Israel and the West, who's backing Israel, that's a huge thing. If they go the other way, that's a huge thing. And all this posturing and all this stuff, this is what I was told today, and all the cocking and Biden going over there, all of it comes down to, there's a lot of things, a lot of pieces on the chessboard, yes, true. But the big one is, what does Saudi Arabia do? What do they say? Now, that may be 3 or 4 chess moves down, but I was told today in no uncertain terms, and I guess everybody knows this. I guess this is, I don't know if it's been talked about on local news, on CNN or Fox, but Saudi Arabia is the key. And I'm getting the impression from this person I talked to today, this is going to be more and more talked about as things progress. Right now, everybody's waiting. Is Hezbollah going to attack from the north? What's Israel going to do inside Gaza? How long will they stay there? All right, I got it. But after all that's hashed itself out, the big question is going to be Saudi Arabia. Period. That's what, at some point, this is what I was told today, at some point, that's going to be the only conversation that matters. Because that's going to be a tipping point to possibly allow China, allow Russia to begin doing some stuff and making some moves. It depends on Saudi Arabia and that whole Emirates group where they stand. That's a huge thing. That's a game changer. So as things develop, maybe you'll start hearing more of that. Maybe you can say you heard it here early, possibly. Someone smarter than me passed this information along. I'm sharing it with you as soon as I heard it. It was a very long conversation today. I didn't get a ton of my work done because I didn't want to hang up. I wanted to pass that along to you. So the other question that came up, and this is just food for thought, and this was from the same person, so it's really interesting, is they asked me a question. They said, well, what do you think Israel's going to do? I said, they're going to go in there and wipe out the Gaza Strip. They're going to kill everyone who's related to Hamas. They're going to kill everyone who's on their side and helping them. They're going to leave all the Palestinians alone. And maybe when they're done, they're just going to occupy Gaza and go, you know what? We're not going to let this happen again. How many people on the planet would be okay with that? Would be like, well, you know, you can be Palestinians. You can have your own stuff. You can go to the grocery store. You can go to school. You can go to work, travel, do what you want. But we're not leaving here because we're not going to have this happen again. That's what I thought. I want you to know in very uncertain terms how this conversation went for me when I had to listen right after that. So pay attention. And this person said to me, says, all right, so if Israel invades the Gaza Strip and takes over that sovereign territory, which didn't belong to Israel, how is that different than Russia invading Ukraine? And I said, okay, I feel like I'm in a trap here, but what are you getting at? He said, now pay attention. How can the world or the UN condemn Russia for invading a sovereign country like Ukraine and support Ukraine and then allow Israel to do the exact same thing? And if the UN says, well, Israel, you can't, okay, you got to get out of there. You can't stay there. You can't occupy. If that's breaking UN laws, isn't that just a trigger for Iran and China to go, all right, fuck you guys. You're breaking the UN laws. We're going to come in there and kick you out, and the UN's going to be on our side, Israel. We're going to fucking do something right now, and the UN has to be on our side because the UN is on Ukraine's side. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, I was scratching my head in this phone call. I wasn't sure where to go, and I desperately wanted to find a way to conversate my way out of this where Israel could stay but not violate what's going on with the UN. That's all. Just food for thought. Maybe they've already got all this figured out. I'm sure people smarter than me have already played these chess pieces down to their logical conclusion, and I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert broadcasting 200 feet below occupied California. Maybe I got my head up so far on my ass I don't know what I'm talking about. But the person I was talking to didn't. Person I was talking to absolutely knew what they were talking about. All right. So that was mainly for my sister-in-law, who I love dearly, and the rest of you, if you were listening in, then good food for thought for all you guys. All right, where was I? Don't.
You've been in the same spot the whole time.
What do you mean?
You're still in the same spot. You know, where were you?
Emotionally,
are you
where
having
am I?
Memory problem?
Mentally, where
You
am
almost
I?
called Mountain Dew
Gatorade.
Dr. Pepper. the other
Oh,
day.
I know. I almost told you to go get me a Dr. Pepper, and I meant Mountain Dew. But if you'd have got me a Dr. Pepper, I'd have thrown up. That'd have been bad.
Yeah, you're not that white.
No. So here we go. There's more stuff in here. LinkedIn barbecue games. All right. So here we are. I want to play a game. All right. I want to give away a T-shirt. I want Gen X Mom to make a T-shirt for a winner here.
Dude, what the heck? Did you check if that's in the budget?
I'll just take it out of your pay.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'll take it out of your pay.
I don't get paid. I'll make it even being
You
here.
owe me money. Your paycheck is $-.
Negative $60. All right. So we have moderators on both Facebook pages. We have moderators on Rumble, and we have moderators on YouTube. So I'm going to say a question. I'm going to show you a picture. You're going to try to give me an answer, and the first person in the comment section that gets it right gets a free T-shirt.
Woo.
So that means, kid, you're going to be watching both Facebook?
Yep.
You got that?
That's me.
Josh Maddox, who's on staff here, is over there, has his flag permanently secured inside of Rumble. He's going to be watching Rumble, and I think Mom, is Gen X Mom watching YouTube?
Yes, she is.
All right. So I'm going to put up a picture. I'm going to ask you what something is. It's a 2-part answer. If you only get half the answer right, Doesn't count. I didn't want to hear from it. Oh, well, so-and-so got the first part right, and so-and-so got the second part right. No. Your answer is going to be 2 parts. It's like if I say, who was in the World Series in 1981? You better say the Dodgers and the Yankees. If you just yell, it was the Dodgers, but I can't remember who the other one was, then don't answer. Your answer should be Dodgers, comma, Yankees. Okay? That's what your answer's got to be. 2 parts. I'm going to say that, and there's still going to be people that go,
Yeah, I don't know.
they're
I
just
don't even
going
know
to
why you
throw out.
mention it anymore.
I know. Why do I even bother? There's still going to be someone throws out the one answer. All right. I'm going to show you a picture. 2 parts of the answer. You got to get it in one sentence. You can't answer here one part and then down here. No. Comment. Got to be answer A, comma, answer B. Are you ready? All right. Here we go. So, all right. So we did some automotive stuff last time. Do you remember that? We had some questions. We showed you pedals on the floor, and you guys kind of knew what the dimmer switch, the high-low beam dimmer switch was, and nobody believed me about there was a big button next to the gas pedal that was a starter button. You remember that? You crank it over with the start, and so that was really interesting. That was fun. So I went back a little further, all right? I went back to a Model T, all right? And I got a picture of a Model T steering wheel. And I'm going to describe something very quickly the moment I put up the picture, because if I describe it, somebody's going to know. If I just show the picture, somebody's going to know. So I got to do them quick for you guys. All right? Ready? So listen. This is where you stop typing. This is where you listen. Okay? You don't listen with your fingers clacking away on the keyboard. No guessing. I don't want to hear blue and red. That's not the answer. There are 2 levers on this Model A steering wheel. You could move them like turn signals, but neither one was a turn signal on the Model T. Sorry, not Model A, Model T. On the Model T, what were those 2 levers? What did those 2 levers control as you drove down the road?
I don't really know.
Samuel Pancake says throttle and choke. Nope.
Randy says choke timing.
Choke timing. No.
Jesse says it's clutch and shifter.
Nope, not clutch and shifter.
Chris says
Wipers and
clutch
gears, red and blue, forward, reverse,
shifter,
throttle and gas.
yeah,
Nope, it's
throttle
close.
and
You're getting
RPM.
close. Trey Schmidt got it on this one. On ours, Trey Schmidt.
What?
Well, if I say it, then you guys are going to know on yours.
Yeah, well, I don't know the answer, so just...
Spark and gas is on the left. It was actually the spark on the right. Gas. One is for ignition timing, and one was a throttle control. It was an idle control.
So
True.
It's...
Spark and fuel. Just keep it simple. Spark and fuel is what you're looking for. It was that. Can you imagine that? And a lot of old people, you turn distributors. You remember turning distributors to set your timing? Imagine going down the road and being able to reach out there and turn your distributor advance. Because there was no mechanical advance, there was no centrifugal advance, there was no vacuum advance. You had to do it manually. It's a true story. You did. Model T.
Mark said spark advanced or regarded.
Yes. Spark advance is one. What's the other lever? They got to get it in one sentence, man.
Yeah, throttle, distribute, timing.
What's that?
Throttle and distribute timing.
That's right. That's exactly right.
James Robert Abernathy.
James, if you got it right, and Trey got it right in here, send an email to genxmom@genxtalks.com. You guys got it right. All right, you want to do one more?
Yeah, why not?
Same thing. One more. Actually, I got 2 more to do, but this one's not automotive. This one is just generic information. I'm going to show you a picture, and I want you to tell me what it is, how it worked, where it went, any close description of what this thing did. You're going to get a t-shirt. Okay? You ready? I'm going to be able to look at I really should have told the moderators what these answers were before we did it.
Yeah, because they got to guess along with them.
That's true. They're going to have to go back. Let me just text Josh real quick. I found a bit of the staff thread. Everybody go to the staff thread real quick, because I foobarred this one.
Yeah.
But I'll say the next one right here. You can talk.
Oh, I can? I'm allowed to talk? Well, I got to go to the staff thread, too. I got to figure out what I got to answer. Though I will not check the staff thread, because now that I changed my mind, because I want to guess along with them. But like when
But what if you don't know?
I'll check it later.
gotta
I'll check
check
it
it.
later.
All right, I put on the stat thread what we're going for the next
I like
one.
to guess along with them.
But if but what if the right answer goes by?
I'm a pretty smart guy.
Oh my God.
I'll figure it out.
All right, let's try it.
Am I good at figuring out random stuff?
Well, yeah.
Exactly. I figured out you.
All right, here we go. One more, and then we're going to go to read the sheets because my wife is nagging. All right, what is this picture? Just describe it wherever you are, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube. You get a free T-shirt. Tell me what this is. The only thing is this particular item makes a very distinct noise,
Cowbell.
and Mrs. Forwatton lives close enough that to this day, every once in a while, I think she hears it going through the woods behind her house. True story.
I'm trying to save myself some money here too by guessing it right first.
All right, there's your picture. Tell me what it is. Tell me how it works. I know it's a crappy picture because I had to do it myself, but it does have a function. It is a real thing.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
You can't win.
Oh, but I know.
Looking in the staff thread right now. Let's see who's got it.
Nick, he's
Bump,
55.
bump.
Just
David Hempel wrote boobs. That should always be the right answer.
Oh,
And we coming up. There it is. I think I see somebody. Who got it in there? Is it winking titties? No, it's not. Tech Dumb Dad. He took a minute from repairing his Xerox copiers. That's a rail car.
I
Old school.
got a tie. I got a tie over here
How
on
do you have a
Facebook.
tie?
Because I got
Rail
two
cart, railroad push cart, rail cart. That's right. What do you got?
Railroad handcart by Wyatt Keane
Yep.
and a train car handcart by Jorna McGregor.
Well, who was first?
They were tied. They both did at the same time.
Well-
They both came at the same time on both Facebooks.
Well, each page gets its own winner. You're supposed to be watching both. Each one gets its own winner.
Yeah, but the personal page didn't get any winners on the first one. They're nobody.
They're not with it. They're
Yeah.
stoned out of their goddamn mind.
Oh my God, I knew it immediately.
Tech Dumb
too.
Dad, for right, Gen X Mom at GenXTalks.com. Claim your T-shirt. That's the noise. Yeah, I told you.
We would not be able to do that together
Why?
because you'd make me do it the whole time.
Oh no, I'd help you out. Oh,
We wouldn't be going very fast.
Dude, steady, slow and steady
It'd be like
wins the
this.
race.
We'd be popping a wheelie the whole time.
Slow and steady wins the race. All right. Hit the sheets now. Tell me what's going on. If you won, Gen X Mom at GenXTalks.com with your name. We wrote down the names of the winners on the platforms. Don't lie, you're not getting a shirt.
You promised them a poll on YouTube
Oh yeah, about what?
if we should do a live show, like a big show, or a cooking show.
All right, well, you go through the sheets and I'll start a poll.
All right, Mrs. Fort Watton gifted 5 Gen X Stocks membership to Fiona Beaverstock, Paul Harvey, Michael Savini, Steffi O'Nurse, and Slim Pickens, 09er. Deepak, 10 euros. Are we going to have a vote to bring back the big show? That's what we're about. That's what he's getting ready for. Insurmountable Cali Cat, we need a fundraiser to see the kid in coconuts and a grass shirt pick. Dude, I'd do that for free. Don't worry about it, because my girlfriend would laugh at me. So he said he would rock it. Let's see if he can. I would rock that.
You would not?
My
I wouldn't.
hips don't lie.
No.
Me and Shakira, we're like that. Mike Perkins, $20 for the grass shirt and coconut outfit for,
Oh
his,
my
for his
God.
birthday show. $10 for the Whiskey Fund by Tim and Indy.
My man.
Loud one, $5. Drinking contest every time the general has to correct or reprimand the kid we drink.
Well, I better
I feel
be
like I
drunk
correct-
by.
I feel like I correct you just as much as you correct me.
Yeah, but you're always wrong.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there is that.
From PayPal, we have Mark Wadeau, $35 for the Whiskey Fund, my friend. And Tech Dumb Dad, $5. Hey, Bottom of the Glass Nation, I'm late, but I have arrived, and I am buzzed up and ready to find the truth.
And he won the first
And he
round.
won.
When you're liquored up, man, you're ready to go.
General, your Xerox copier is repaired. Now pay me. Wyatt Keane, love the show. You guys are entertaining. What kind of an ag teacher do you want to be? Animal science, mechanics? I'd be a soil and plant science teacher.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm going
Far
for.
out.
I guess animal science is a little...
I guess as your dad, I should know that about you. I should have been able to answer that.
You know that I'm an
Yeah,
ag
what is it you
major.
want to do with your life anyway?
Hey, wait. You're going to college?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Nightbot member for 14 months. He's an extra. Mrs. 41 sent $5. Wasn't there a Gen X talk short about Tiddlywinks? It was the 5th one where you talked about Kaiser Soze.
Oh, what did I say? Go
Or I
play
said some-
Tiddlywinks in the
Manhole
covers.
And
Yeah.
then you said it again like a few months ago.
That's what your grandpa used to tell me. Your grandpa used to always tell me when I was bothering him. He'd say, "Get out of here. Go play tiddlywinks with manhole covers."
Jeffrey, hey General, how about an opinion on USC football? $50 or 50 cents. 50
Hi.
stars.
I'm not a big college football guy. USC is a team I would pull for every time, but I'm just not a big college guy.
They call him for tug of war. He's there.
I'm there. Yeah.
Disney Kid, is Trippy Pineapple the $2 garden tool tonight?
Yeah, no one guessed the $2 whore tonight. The $2 whore tonight is Trippy Pineapple. When you donate $2, you see that little face go to the bottom of the jar. That's Trippy Dippy Pineapple. We got TDP representing.
TDP. Who came up with Trippy Dippy Pineapple? This guy.
Who came up with TDP?
That guy.
All right.
Mr.
Right.
Fatty, member for 19 months, KGXT Studios. He gets access to the live studio camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Glad we got through that. We communicated clearly. Good. We're on the same page for once. Good.
I know. I was expecting some backlash. I was like, wait, you're agreeing with me right now? Hold on.
Well, I'm drinking, so.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
I felt
Are you
the
done? Are you
disturbance
done
in
between
the
the
force.
sheets?
Sorry, dude, I'm trying to give some.
No, hurry up. Come on, let's go.
What sparks our show is our friendly father and son banter.
People want to be heard. You're stifling the public, man. Yeah, read them up. Let's go.
Mr. Fatty, member for 19 months, KGXT Studios, saying the wife is doing good with her chemo. She is going for her second treatment Thursday. Please keep praying for her. Thank you all. I'm with Israel. First off, there was not a period before Thursday.
Oh my God, you grammar Nazi, shut up.
I know because I did the pause.
Noel, $1.99, $2 for the lady of ill repute. Nobody wants to say $2 whore. How many different ways can you say $2 whore without saying $2 whore?
The man they call Jay put $2 trying to find the $2 skank because Israel was attacked first. Sammy Joe, $10. $2 is Trippy. Also, hi, handsome general, and hydrate.
There she is. Sammy, I'm going to hydrate you and me style.
You and her style? Well, they're just trying to find the $2 maiden, so.
Was I supposed to say her and I? You and me, her and I, us.
Whatever, man.
It's the whiskey thing. Come on.
I don't even know. But did you get the maiden thing?
Okay, can we go back to the poll now? The poll's been...
What poll?
It's
What
up
poll?
and running, but I haven't had a chance to say anything.
There is no poll in this studio.
All right, so the question is, should we do the cooking shows or should we go back to the big show? But to even answer that question, you guys got to know what the big show is. And some of you don't.
Jennick's mom is yelling at us. There's no PayPal link. You got to pin it.
So who's...
You
Put
gotta
up the PayPal
You got
link.
to pin it.
Oh my God. Now we're an hour into the program. Now she's saying something about it.
Well, she's said it for a while, but we just got to the sheets, you know?
All right. The PayPal link is now posted. Anybody who wants to donate to the cause on PayPal, thank you very much. And there's the link. Sorry,
She said
I forget to do that. I don't whore myself out easily. I usually remember. I'm sorry. There's all sorts of little tiny ways that we can make $1 here, $1 there, and $2 here. It's just not the first thing on my mind. The first thing on my mind is talking to you folks and drinking. I forget all the other stuff. I'm going to get yelled at because I'm not doing things business-wise. Fuck it. I keep forgetting.
I hate to break it to you, but
What?
she said we took so long with the PayPal link, you don't get badonkadonk.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
She said that I don't get badonkadonk because she took too long with the PayPal link?
Because we took too long. Don't try to blame it on her, because then you're gonna get less badonkadonk, like farther down the road. You know, it's like
That's bullshit. That is one has nothing to do with the other. If she had said in the beginning, what are you looking around for?
it's not my circus, not my monkeys, man.
If she had said before, if you don't put up the link, you ain't getting no badonkadonk, I would have remembered. I would have been front of my mind.
She's yelling at us again. She's telling us to put up the jar.
What? Oh, my fucking Christ.
You know, you're lucky I'm roping myself into this and saying she's yelling at us, you know. She's like, she really
she's
is
not.
yelling at you. I'm just here, you know. I'm just like, you know, it's us. But no, it's really you.
All right. So, okay, the PayPal link's up. The jar's up. Anything else, sweetheart? Anything else you want to yell at me about right now? Why don't you get out your list? Why don't you pick something from 1989 that I fucked up on and start? Let's rehash that again. You know, remember we were in down there at Circuit City, and some girl came up and asked me for directions, and you thought she was flirting with me because I didn't tell her to go away because I actually pointed out where the VHS tapes were. Let's bring that up again. Why don't you yell at me for that? Not that that's
If any other
not that
girl,
that's fresh on my mind.
hey, if any other girl that walks up and tries to talk to you that isn't mom, you just gotta shoot him. Just straight up.
She walked up in Circuit City and said,
Why
"Do you know
didn't
where
you
the
hit her?
Because I'm a gentleman. Remember the title of today's? Always be a gentleman.
That's not the title of today's show.
That's on the thumbnail, the picture, the cover picture.
That's not the title of the show.
So I said the VHS tapes are
Should've
over
got rid
there.
of 'em.
And what was she doing? She's like, "Oh, so do you like her?" No, not really. I just, do you want to have sex with her? And then I made the mistake is when she goes, "Do you like her?" I said, "No, I was just telling her where the VHS tapes are." And then she goes, "Oh, do you want to have sex with her?" I made the mistake of looking again. Like I was going to think, No, I don't. But the fact that I took him in and looked again, I got in trouble for that. It was just a bad day.
You should have just.
And from that day till today,
You should've been-
she has a catalog perfect memory of everything I fucked up on in her
You
mind.
should have been like, "I'm sorry, I couldn't bring myself to hit her."
So that's what I'm supposed to do.
Just hit
Is
her.
when she
Yeah.
walks up and goes, "Which way did the VHS tapes?" I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to look at her and go, "I'm married." That's supposed to be my answer.
Yeah. It'd be like, "I'm married," and then if she persists, that's when you pull out the pepper spray.
Why would I carry pepper spray? There's no bears around.
You don't pepper spray bears.
Yes, you do.
I feel like pepper
You
spray is
bear
more
spray.
used on people than on bears.
Not by me.
No, obviously not by you. You don't pepper spray anything.
Right, I'm not
You
gonna.
bring cracked pepper in a bag and go, "I got it."
I'm not gonna pepper spray a girl for asking me where the VHS tapes are.
And that's why you have a rocky marriage.
That was a sacrifice I wasn't willing to make. All right, who's winning the poll? Do we have an answer yet? What does it say? Gen X Hawks, which show should we do? A cooking show or a big show? 32% for the cooking show. 68% want the big show to come back.
Whoa, what's wrong with the what's wrong with the cooking show?
Cooking shows suck.
Well, it's because you're not there.
Yeah, well, they suck anyway.
You just don't want to do them.
They suck when I'm there. I'm going to be there for the pumpkin carving one, but Nielsen ratings, not very high.
Did the dead people vote too?
Yeah, dead people voted too.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just making sure we got those across.
we did. Yeah, and they all voted for the cooking show.
Now what? I don't know what to do.
Well, I do. I'm just waiting for you to be done. Are you done in the sheets?
What am I supposed to do on the sheets?
Are you done reading stuff in the
There's
sheets?
a
How do
few
you
things
not
in the
know?
I'm just joking around, man.
All right. Well, since you're done,
John, no, I said there's stuff in here.
then why didn't you get to it? Why are we
I
still
was just
talking
getting- I
about
was
it?
going,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, read.
John Morgan.
Well, you pulled that one out of your ass fast.
Best way to say $2 whore is $2 politician.
It's just a
It
$2
doesn't roll off the
whore.
tongue the same.
No. What did the other guy
Loud-
call it? A $2 dirty garden tool?
Yeah, I said skank or maiden. You know,
Woman of ill repute.
someone who missed 3 shots in horse. Loud one, $5. You didn't make breakfast. You didn't make breakfast tomorrow, Jen. Oh my God, dude! I just had a stroke reading it. You didn't make breakfast tomorrow. Now she's mad at you.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
didn't make breakfast tomorrow. I said something tomorrow that this is a line. Is a line in a movie from Quentin Tarantino. All the dudes dressed in black with suits and ties. Reservoir Dogs. There's a line in Reservoir Dogs they took from your mother. Playing along the fact that she remembers everything and gets mad, and then like Loud One says, "I'm in trouble for something I didn't do tomorrow." This is a line from your mother that they stole and put in that movie. Your mother's looked at me and said, "You ever upset me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize." That's my wife to a T. She is mean. She is evil. She is psychotic. I can't leave. I'm under a spell. She has a cauldron of witches spells. I tried to run out the front door with my stuff one day, and I slowed down and freeze. She got a voodoo doll in the bedroom. She pink, 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 pink. Why do you think I have all these aches and pains all the time? Not because I'm old. I'm a wonderful guy. My body will tell you so too. But you can't get around the voodoo doll, and that's my wife.
Oh, that's the doll you got in your room. I was just throwing it around, just.
Doesn't work unless she uses it.
Oh, well, I'm glad it didn't hurt you. I didn't know. I was just-
She'll go like that. If I'm mouthing off to her, she walks up in the room and punches that doll in the face, and all of a sudden I got a big, huge headache, and my nose is bleeding.
Laura Herdman. Hello, Gen X Talks. My husband and I love you from Ontario, Canada.
You haven't said much about Facebook. Are you even doing Facebook?
I am. Some of these are from Facebook.
All right.
All right, that's all I got on the sheet.
Good. I'm out of here.
As
All
soon
right.
as I say this, though, like in 30 seconds, there's gonna be like 4 more.
You
things in
need
the
something in there. You do.
sheet. I've been reading them, man.
All right.
I've been
So
reading them.
this is kind of this is something you guys need to see. Just for information, again, not as much for my sister-in-law because she doesn't live in California anymore, but she did. But you guys might find this interesting. It ties into my world. California enacts the Right to Repair Act. And let me just summarize for you what this means, because this has been an ongoing thing in the whole country for years. I first learned about it with Automotive, that dealerships, manufacturers like Ford and Chevy and Dodge and Toyota were not giving technical information to mechanics. They wanted you to bring all the cars to their dealership. So they quit giving out information. They quit selling you special tools. People were having a really hard time. Well, the Independent Garage Association got together, 2 million strong, and they lobbied Congress and said, you got to make it where regular people can work on their cars. We got to be able to have the information. We got to have access to the special tools. You got to make it to where we can. It's not fair that you build a car and then none of us can work on it because you're withholding stuff. And Congress agreed. The Senate agreed. They passed the law. Well, this is now something in California. It's very simple. Any electronic item that can be repaired and worked on that cost over $100, the manufacturer has to provide the information and the parts available for you to work on it. They can't withhold it. I think it's up to 7 years. For the first 7 years, you have to be able to take your computer or your phone and go to an independent repair shop and let these guys do the work if you want to. You go to them, they're like, well, we can't get the parts, we can't get the information. Sorry, you got to take it back to Samsung. You got to take it back to Apple. This is a huge win for a gigantic portion of the economy. There's millions of people that repair things that are over $100 electronic, because electronic item, you can call it a dishwasher. You can call it a refrigerator. All of a sudden, if that law didn't pass and they squelched it down and said, no information, no parts, everything goes back to the manufacturer. Just think about how many people you know that are in some sort of repair industry that has to do with electronics. Now, I will tell you the one thing that bothered me, the one thing that it crossed my mind. I was skimming through the rules, the high points of the law. And that part that I just mentioned to you about 7 years kind of struck me. It's like, well, for the first 7 years of the product's out, you have to, the manufacturer, you will supply parts, you will supply information, and put that out there. All right. What if the manufacturer of a refrigerator that's covered under this, a cell phone that's covered under this, or a computer, what if they decided to, and I don't know that they would, but what if they decided to make a 7-year warranty? What if everything came with a 7-year warranty? Why on earth would we take our electronics products to an independent place to get fixed? What for? It's under warranty. Send it in, get a new one. Send it in, get it fixed. If they chose to do that, wouldn't they still be able to eliminate all the independent repair people? Washers and dryers and dishwashers, refrigerators and freezers, cell phones, laptops, desktops. I'm just asking as a question. What if they did that? Because they could, some of those companies with deep pockets, they could suck up that kind of warranty, or they could build their stuff a little bit better, a little higher quality to last longer, than they could offer that warranty. I'm just saying, I don't think this battle is quite over yet, but it was a good step in the right direction. I was very happy. In Automotive, what they did was the automotive industry, that when those rules were passed, this was 20 years ago, that the Right to Repair Act for cars was done. And they said, okay, you can have all the technical information, but it was very complicated. It was very difficult to get training, even once you had the information. The next thing was, like, Mercedes came out and said, sure, you have to have a laptop. This was 15 years ago. You have to have a laptop to get into the computer systems. You can't buy one from Snap-on. You can't buy one from Matco or Mac Tools. You got to buy, okay, we got it. How much is a laptop? $50,000. Because the government said you have to supply them with the tools, but you can put whatever price you want on it. I actually knew 2 independent garages that said, okay, we want them. They ordered the laptop. mysteriously the dealership said, oh, they're on back order. One company that I know, one independent, never got theirs. Never got it. The other one finally got it, but it took them like 16 months to get it. So there's all kinds of ways to keep all of us going back to dealerships, going back to repair centers. It's greed. They want all the repair. They want all the money. They want all the control. The problem is, think about how many people that puts out of business. Tons. Absolute tons. That bothers me a ton, but it's coming up. All right. So that was something you guys need to see about. Here's one that I thought was interesting. You're going to find this interesting too, kid. You ready?
What's interesting?
Governor Newsom signs the bill making cursive a requirement again in California schools.
I missed out.
You did miss out.
Yeah, because I was in 3rd grade when they started teaching us cursive.
Cursive.
It wasn't required. The teacher was just trying to teach us it.
Right.
So I can read it, and I can write some letters, but like I'm not fluent in it.
Well, I tried to figure out why they were bringing it back. I skimmed through the law that was the bill that was signed into law. Mm-hmm. I saw how it was activated. Now they're putting it back in the curriculum. There was a ton of teachers that just said, we don't need it anymore. It takes up valuable time. We could be learning stuff that's important. It's not used anymore. And do you know what argument seemed to win? Do you know why they brought it back? From what I could read on that, is there was teachers that fundamental old school teachers that say when you teach someone cursive, it demands their attention, it demands their effort, and it retrains part of their brain. And then all these other things are easier to teach them once they have worked through that part of it. They want to go back to teaching them cursive in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, letters, writing them down, because they say it makes all the education system after that work so much better when they've gone through that. That seemed to be the winning argument.
I could see that. I wish they taught a foreign language younger too, because it's easier to learn a new language when you're younger.
Why couldn't they just mix it in, even if it wasn't a lesson?
Yeah.
Why, when they're teaching you what a stop sign is in kindergarten, why couldn't they say stop in Spanish just to throw it in there? Like, hey, what's that in Spanish? That's right, it's this. What's up, what's that? Why couldn't they just teach some basic words alongside what they're already doing? What would be the harm in that?
I don't think there's any harm, but especially here in California, that probably wouldn't be like a national thing, but like in California, definitely.
Not a lot of use for that in Montana.
No, they'd have to learn Canadian.
How do you speak Canadian? Eh?
There you go.
I'm fluent in Canadian because I grew up with Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Say your A, B, C's.
Take off, eh? Yeah, say your A, B, C's.
Yeah.
Good day. Or if you're mad at someone, say, take off, hoser. Yeah.
See, there you go. Boom. You know Canadian. People from Canada are weird, man. Sometimes it's just like very odd people.
Did you just say people from Canada?
Yeah, like Drake.
Canada.
Canada. You're Canadian.
Okay.
You're from Canada.
This wouldn't be a big deal if you'd learned cursive, but you didn't. So you're saying it wrong.
It's like if you're from that one place.
Oh yeah, that one place. We did that stuff with that thing with that other guy. You know him. All right, going back to my pictures. Let's close that one out. All right.
Dude, how much more show you got?
I'm almost done. Special secret here for you guys.
Could have saved this for the birthday stream.
No. We go forward and charging right ahead.
Killing me.
All right, letting you guys know, I think this was only put out on Patreon today. I think only Patreon saw this. So if you're not a member of Patreon, you didn't see it. If you're the member in YouTube, didn't see it. If you're on General's Lunchbox on Facebook, which is the subscriber, let me explain to you. If all the green names you see on YouTube, those are members. They've joined. They paid $1, sometimes more. If you see the little green thing on Facebook, if you see the little green subscriber thing, they're a subscriber. They're paid $1 to get in. You now, in Facebook, you have access to a page called the General's Lunchbox. Go look it up. General's Lunchbox. But what I'm going to show you only went up on Patreon today. Ready? Bump, 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 bump. Here we go.
It only went up on Patreon?
Only on Patreon.
Wow.
This is what's coming soon. Gen X Mom, my wife, has made these. And she was experimenting, playing around with her machine today. Every year we do a Christmas ornament. She has a couple designs. I think only put this one up there for right now, but you can see the little pad thing comes and it turns red or blue or yellow or white, or you can also just buy the plastic thing and hang it from your Christmas tree, and it's clear. But it's coming, and just give you guys a heads up that I'm telling you, she will make as many as you want, but only for a certain amount of time. These things, we don't leave stuff up on the website forever. There's special things, and they come and they go quick. They're up for 2 weeks, they're up for 3 weeks. That's it. Then they're shipped and they're gone. She pulls them down. We move along. So there's a ton of stuff, Gen X Talks related, you guys are never going to see again unless you visit one of your friends and go, holy shit, how'd you get one of those? All right. So I think there's something else I was going to talk about in here. Let me look on my book of lies. I wrote down the book of lies.
So is the book of lies a book full of lies, or is it a lie that the book is full of lies?
Yes, that's true.
Cool.
Reggie Bar, ESPN Tide. I talk about ESPN Tide. I got to toot my own horn a little bit there. Can I toot my own horn?
Oh, Pigskin Pick'em?
Yeah, got to do a little bit. Bump, bump, bump. So week 6 has gone by, and look who is beating Gen X Mom.
You?
Right there on the screen. Look who has moved. I was all the way down in 29th place, and she was in 7th. Oh, how the times have changed.
How the turns
The tide has turned.
How the turns have tabled.
That's right. The turns have tabled. It's 1 foot in front of the door here. That's right. I am winning. Don't forget that. Winning.
Can I check where I'm at real fast?
You're like there's 60 people playing. You're like at 61st.
I'm 33rd.
33rd?
Yeah.
Hey, you moved up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I'm shooting for above 500, and I'm 1 win under. I'm 1 win under, which is not okay.
Well, there's the deal. So that's what I had to say. Got to toot my own horn a little bit there.
Well, yeah.
So we are doing.
Bit of a...
That's right. So Monday, no movie night on Discord.
No movie night.
Birthday stream, as long as you can go.
That was me.
Okay. And
if I really feel motivated at the 12-hour mark, I keep going.
Now, you know what's really bad is that you're doing Facebook, but all these links I'm talking about, you haven't put up one link. No one. Facebook has been going, where's the link? And you're like, yeah, I got Facebook covered. So if I say there's a Discord link, you don't do it. Hey, join Patreon. You don't know how. You didn't put up the link. You haven't done anything.
I'm supposed to be doing sheets for Facebook.
Yes, but
That's different.
Right, but we needed someone to do Facebook, and you said you'd do it,
for
but
sheets,
you didn't.
Man, for sheets.
But you didn't do it.
Sheets, man.
You didn't do it completely.
Look, man.
So let's see if he gets this right. I'm going to try it right now. If you want to join Patreon on Facebook, he's going to give you guys the Patreon link. He should have done it a long time ago. If you want to show up to Discord, Discord's free. It's a chat room stuff. He's going to put... Now, I know YouTube's got it. I know Josh over on Rumble's got it. Josh is handling it. The only weak link we have around here is you. Goddamn hippies.
Just me.
Just you.
Yeah,
That's
just,
it.
Just me.
There's no other wink links but you.
It's not like I've been like helping.
So
you do the show.
that's the thing on there. And so you got Discord and you got Patreon. I don't know what else I was talking about. Something else was good. Oh, I was going to talk about your birthday list.
Oh yeah.
But you don't have that link because you're not putting up links today.
I do have.
You're not. You don't have. Oh, magically you have that link.
Because
you got the birthday link. You ain't got no link for anything else.
I'm putting links.
You probably didn't put up the PayPal link like Mom said. None of that. But you know what? You talk about the birthday link. That boy gonna have that link. He gonna have it memorized. So there is a birthday wish list. Sometimes you guys are kind enough to put her. He's got stupid shit on there. He's got a ping pong ball necklace. He's got glow-in-the-dark basketballs.
Bro,
He's got hair gel that turns your hair yellow at nighttime. It's weird shit, but it's up there. It's if you guys want to go look, there's some gear up there, so you can go check it out. It's an Amazon link. It's a wish list, and there's some stuff on there. Anybody can put that up. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for putting up with my idiot son who can't even get his goddamn job right. Let's finish the poll. While it's up. End the poll. The poll has ended.
We already knew it was done.
And the big show won was 67%.
Yeah, it was a poll for YouTube, guys. Yeah, that's where my camera is. It was a poll for YouTube, guys.
Yeah, it was not a poll anywhere. It was a poll for YouTube.
I apologize for that.
Anyway, all right. Was there anything else in the sheets we got to talk about?
Christina Dvorak gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships to Tina Plexco, Freedom of Truth, Jason Miller, American Freedom News, and Dude. Loud one, $50. Shush said you are 6 shots behind. Start drinking.
Okay, I'm not 6 behind because I drank 2 or 3 during that time. I'll drink another one. I'm not 6 behind, Loud one.
Loud one, $21. This farkin' jar. Clear out, mofo.
The jar. Those are his blue diamonds in
And
there.
then-
All right, loud one. I'll drink another one. Here we go.
From Slim Pickens, what I don't understand is how Gen Z leave their signature. Well, not everybody, because if you just write your name in cursive as your signature, that's really predictable, you know?
Wait a minute. That is a good question. How on earth would you guys write a signature? He's actually going to start writing right now.
Well, that's my Gen Z kid signature. That's what
Show the camera.
Yeah, right here. That's what I write for Gen Z kid.
That looks like a chicken had a piece of charcoal tied to its talon.
G Z K.
Oh, man.
Not that hard. Yours for Gen X Dad is like that. It's just like that.
Mine is stylish, and you know it. John G over in YouTube, $5. So proud of you. What does it say? So proud of you for not having an OnlyFans page. Also, what is your opinion on the car polls?
Oh, yeah.
Who says I don't have an OnlyFans page? There is a
definitely
category
not
for
making
big,
enough money.
fat, old white
You're
guy.
definitely not making money.
No, I'm not making much money at that. That's true.
You just do it for fun.
I do.
It's just a hobby. It's a hobby of mine, you know, going to Thanksgiving. So what do you do now? Oh, you know.
Oh, I just do an OnlyFans page. I just do it for fun. It's just a hobby. I'm not making any money on it.
It's like, what?
Oh my God. I've been following the car polls. Some ridiculous. If you guys go to the YouTube community section, this is public. It's not private. If you're a member of YouTube, anybody who's been gifted a membership tonight, there is years of behind the scenes stuff that nobody can see, but now you can. Same with subscribers. If you subscribe, try to go to the on Facebook, try to go to the General's Lunchbox. If you can't get in, subscribe and join. There are 2 years of really cool stuff behind the scenes on there that you guys get to see that nobody else gets to. Same on Patreon. If you join the Patreon page for $1, you can see 2 years behind the scenes, good stuff nobody else has gotten to see. Now, with that being said, there's public stuff. This car poll, the polls are so much fun on YouTube community section. And now we're doing automotive, favorite automotive car, nominate your favorite car. People nominated a 97 Toyota Camry. They nominated a 92 Subaru Justy. I mean, and they're like, they got stories that, oh, this is the best car in the world, man. I took my Subaru Justy off-roading. I mean, I'm telling you, these people got stories to back up their, all right, they nominated the car. They're a lot of fun. But those are public. Everyone can see them. But there's a ton of stuff. There's videos and pictures of our family that go back over almost 3 years now. And it's a lot of stuff in there. So you got to go check it out. All right. So where were we? John G., I hope that answers your question correctly.
You always ask where we are. We're in the same spot, dude. Gosh.
Metaphorically, the proverbial where are we? Shannon Brigode Kaufman upgraded membership to Legion of X. Thank you, Shannon. Now, I know you're hyphenating your name because your husband's making you. I get that. But the fact that you took time to upgrade your membership means you're thinking about me. Now, it's not your fault, Shannon. It's not your fault.
Dad, game is not game.
I can turn this down,
Game is not game.
but I can't turn it off. I'm sorry.
Game is
You see
not
this?
game.
I can turn it down, but I can't turn it off. It will compel you, again, at some point, to raise your membership to the next level. I'm sorry. It's not my intent. It just kind of happens. You're welcome, America and Denmark.
Dad.
Shannon, you got that one for free,
Dad,
sweetheart.
Game is not game, man. No, that did not work.
Do you really want to go toe-to-toe on who's got game at 18 years old? Because I have receipts. I can make phone calls.
Yeah, child support payments. Yeah, those are big receipts, man. Big receipts, dude. Good Lord. Someone said your OnlyFans page, people would pay to put your clothes back on.
They do. They do. They get that. They're like, how did I end up here? Whoa. Here's $20. Turn your fucking camera off. I say $20 more and I'll keep it off for half an hour.
You paid me $50 to put my pants back on, too. All right.
They turn my camera off on my OnlyFans page, but they're like, what is that noise? I'm like, that's me slapping the camera, man.
Stop.
Oh, my God. Michelle J's got to go. 5 a.m. comes early. Sweetheart, thank you for showing up. Thank you for lasting as long as you did. Noelle wrote, darn tootin'.
That'd be the name of your OnlyFans.
Oh. Listen, I got to go. We've been an hour and a half in, 90 minutes in. Say goodbye. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, you know, that was a darn tootin' good live.
Do you have
stream.
anything else in the sheets before we go?
I don't know, man. I don't even want to. No, there's nothing else in the sheets.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not sure
See
where
you guys.
you.
I'm out of here.
He's out of here. Not sure where you guys are joining in from, but thank you guys for wasting an hour and a half of your night with Gen X Talks. If you were going to waste 90 minutes of your life, what better place to waste it than with us? It was a lot of fun being here, ups and downs and sideways stuff. We covered a lot of ground. We solved some mysteries of the universe while we were drinking. That's what we're supposed to do. Thank you guys one more time. I appreciate every one of you. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys, I promise you, where? Say it with me. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.